What's up, guys? If you're having a rough day today, look on the bright side. Well, at least you're not Joe Biden. This is your stimulus package update, stimulus check update, and breaking news update, you guys. He's having a rough day. Take a look at some of these headlines coming out just today. Biden's approval rating the lowest with Hispanic voters. Poll find Hispanic approval of Biden continues to plummet. We're hearing Hispanics don't like Joe Biden. Why has Biden's approval plunged with young people? Hispanics don't approve of Joe Biden's. Biden's approval rating tumbles to the lowest point of his presidency. His poll finds just 33% of Americans approve of Biden's job performance compared to 54%. Over half of those polled don't like Joe Biden right now, and Joe Biden's poll numbers just aren't getting any better. And we're hearing he has got to do something. This is a midterm election year. Democrats are counting on him to pull through. They've got to get something to pass something. Legislation, stimulus checks. We have heard if you did stimulus checks, that would be the number one top provision to fight poverty and help our people at this time. There's over $800 billion worth of leftover funds that would not add to debt and inflation. Even if it's not lawful, through executive action, executive orders, we're hearing from progressives. Just do something quick because things are falling apart here. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you think that would be good, or do you think it's too little too late? It's already adios Democrats and President Joe Biden. They are done for. As Republicans. We're hearing a red wave is going to be coming in Congress, and they're going to be taking control of the House and Senate. Now also, in addition to that, we heard that talks have started out for gas stimulus checks. They are on the president's desk for different bills and proposals, suggesting that we have gas stimulus checks. Now, in addition to that, we've also heard that he tries to pass through $10 billion of additional pandemic aid spending for vaccines and therapeutics. Turns out didn't get done. Also, we're hearing Build Back Better is coming back to the forefront. However, let you know, Senator Joe Manchin says he is opposed to any more debt, any more spending. He's concerned as we get the CPI data that says since 1981, inflation has not been this bad at 8.5% year over year for the month of March. And that's not all, you guys. We're hearing that also. Take a look at this. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, maybe soon to be Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, is saying he's the betting man, and he's betting that if Joe Manchin doesn't get the job done well, Kyrsten Sinema's opposition to rolling back Trump's tax cuts will be the thing that will sink the Build Back Better bills come back. So things are starting to melt again. President Joe Biden and the success of Democrats in Congress. We're gonna be seeing what they are able to do, you guys. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think that they should do something here? Legislation, executive orders, executive actions, stimulus checks. We've heard proposals for extensions of child tax credits, getting rid of student loan debt, all of these things. But so far, we're just kind of waiting to see what's going to unfold. Yes, and on top of that, if you missed my last videos, we're hearing that a new wave of the pandemic is coming. War is still raging in Ukraine, and we're dealing with supply chain issues, skyrocketing inflation, food prices are going up, gas prices. And there's a whole lot of stuff going on, and a lot of people are saying it's time to take some action. So we will see, you guys. But I'm not going to get you caught up on the latest, as we're hearing that if Build Back Better goes forward, Kyrsten Sinema has now come out and said she's still going to be the same person, and it might not be good for Build Back Better 2.0. I'm gonna get you caught up on the latest. With that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and dive right in and let you know what Mitch McConnell said and what Kyrsten Sinema is saying about more stimulus, and we're hearing Joe Biden, he's got to do something. Alright, so link in the description below to this Business Insider article just came out, gonna give us a little bit of details, and he reads, Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell believes that Kyrsten Sinema's opposition to raising tax rates on large companies and wealthy Americans would be enough to sink the Democrats' efforts to revive the stalled climate and social spending bill, aka the Stimulus Reconciliation Build Back Better bill. Sinema is unenthusiastic about tax hikes, said Mitch McConnell. Hopefully that won't be enough to make this thing stay underwater permanently. It comes as the Arizona Democrat cracked open the door to a slimmer deal in remarks to the National Federation of Independent Business Tax Summit last week, saying that she is always willing to take part in negotiations. Democrats must reach unanimous ability to pass any smaller spending bill in the 50-50 Senate and overcome the GOP opposition, and they can only do that in the Senate through the process of reconciliation. Typically, in the Senate, you need 60 votes to pass through legislation out of the 100 senators. You can do it with a majority vote just once, usually with the reconciliation process a year. And that means with a 50-50 Senate, they get every single Democratic senator to agree and get on board to vote it through. Now, last call. Sinema came out against rolling back swords of the 2017 tax cuts made Trump and put into place a key Democratic priority that forced Biden to publicly concede the laws was probably here to stay. But that position is complicated as Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia also is a part of this as well, and one of his chief demands is rolling back the same law that Sinema is fighting to reserve. It's unclear how Democrats will bridge their opposing demands and get a plan over the finish line. Now, at Kentucky Chamber of Commerce, McConnell reached into the late 1980s for the metaphor detailing the bill's ability to spring back to life, and he said Build Back Better reminds me of the Glenn Close, a fatal attraction. He said the event, every time I think it's gone, it kind of keeps bouncing back. I don't know if it's that yet, he said, but I like to smarter it if I knew how to do it. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell on the Build Back Better bill. So there you have it, you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and we're gonna see if Democrats they're going to be proposing legislation and if they're going to be able to get Senator Kyrsten Sinema and Joe Manchin on board pass it through the process of reconciliation. And if they can't, we will see if there's going to be any executive orders and executive actions to get our checks child tax credits, forgive student loan debt. All these provisions that progressives are pushing, we will see what unfolds. I'm expecting there's going to be a lot as this is a midterm election year. I will keep you up to date here on our channel, and as always you guys, thank you so much for joining me if you made it this far. And you haven't already, don't forget, smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Just take a second, really helps me out a ton. Thank you so much. Also, leave your comments, share this out if this is your first time here and you like to stay up to date totally free. But with that being said, you guys, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll catch you in the next one.